All right, guys, today we are going to be reacting to why people can't suffer racism. Let's jump in.
Payton, the question is, can people be racist towards white people, to which you said no?
Yes. And, oh my God. Okay, so can I argue with you but from facts from my phone?
She wants a lifeline. Let's give it to her. At least she trying.
Do you want us to?
You can put
Whatever, yeah, whatever
you want us to
you want,
Google?
whatever facts you want.
I saved a tweet that I wanted to bring up today.
Can we search? We can search for it.
Tweet is it got some data attached or just someone's opinion?
It was like a thread that did. That's why I'm like, but I don't have like it to show you guys. I could pull it up real quick.
But so just how about this? Let's define racism first.
Okay, yeah.
So,
You want to Google it? Like Google
sure.
racism so I can
just
read
tell
it?
me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys like my
any
opinion.
stats you want, I'll pull them up for you.
Okay, so all right. Racism by the dictionary definition. Okay, actually, here's the thing. There's personal racism and then there's systemic racism, which leads to oppression of a race. You can have personal racism, which I feel like to me, I feel like technically black people can't be racist because we don't have the power to actually be racist, but I do think we can be prejudiced. We can stereotype. We can have issues against people of other races that's not right at all. That's just hateful and discriminatory. That's hateful and discriminatory. So in that sense, I don't think we could systematically be racist because we don't have the power in the government, in the world to do anything about it. We are the most oppressed race. So
you're saying we could be racist on an individual level, but we can't be systematically racist?
Yes.
And I agree with that. That's what I be saying.
should I do the Obama hypothetical?
She answered it right though. Most people don't say that. She's right. I agree with that.
Nah, she's
But
wrong.
I'm just saying, like, technically.
She's wrong. It's basically racism is basically one race thinking that's better than the other one. That's it.
Technically speaking, like when I think of personal racism, I don't think like, oh, I'm being racist to somebody that's a different race. I just think, oh, I'm being prejudiced. Oh, I'm being discriminatory.
It's still racist. Racist is racist.
Wait, can I ask a couple clarifying questions? Excluding white people from this question, can there be racism between minority groups?
Yeah.
Like, for example, can like a Hispanic be racist towards a black person?
Yes.
Can a Hispanic be racist towards an Asian person?
Yes.
Can a black person be racist towards an Asian person? Technically,
to me, I would say no. But in a sense of discriminating and being prejudiced and stereotyping, yes.
Can a black person be racist towards a Latino?
Like, I would just say the same thing that I just said.
How about this? Can a black person be racist towards a Native American?
Yes. I mean, I'm thinking, but when I think of Native American, I guess that's technically not black.
Like
though,
Cherokee.
So.
But why do you think it's different though? Because racism is racism. Because systematic.
Okay, never mind then.
Native Americans are not black.
Why do you keep saying yes and no for different? Because if racism is just racism, systematic racism is when you're preventing people from upward mobility.
Right.
But if I'm being racist to a person, it's still racist. I just don't have systematic power behind it, but it's still racist.
Because when I think of the dictionary definition, the dictionary term of racism, I think about the fact that it includes the word power when you look it up on certain dictionary definitions.
I didn't see that one.
That's why I said if y'all want to pull it up, but some places have it written differently.
Just Google racism definition. Let's start there.
I'm willing to kind of just grant this, just for the
sake of argument,
that the idea here of power, for instance. Can you tell me what power you think the average white person has in comparison to the average black person?
More freedom.
To do what?
Live your best life. Like,
What?
Their round meatball donated $200. Yay, black people have never been president or on the Supreme Court or in Congress or on a company.
But truthfully speaking, the president doesn't really have that much power. So even when Barack Obama was president, like...
Yo, this is pure gaslighting. My God, wow. These people are real racist. These people that think like this, they're real racist. You're just taking black people out of the accountability section.
That didn't really help black people.
Andrew, I'll let you have the back and forth. I do want to, since she brought up Obama, I'll just give the hypothetical super quick. I don't claim him. So, okay, Barack Obama, when he was president, this is a hypothetical. Let's say he was looking to hire a janitor for the White House, but he refuses to hire a janitor because the janitor is white. Is that racism?
He refuses. I would have. Some people will say that's racism.
What do you say?
Would I say that's
Is it
racism?
prejudice?
No, I feel like that makes you. Yes, it makes you prejudiced. It makes you. I would say
But is
that's
it
more so
racist?
like a hotep.
Hotep?
What? Oh, come on, sweetie, come on. You don't do this.
I don't know what that is.
That's racist. But
Yeah,
I would.
it's like it's like the white supremacy. It's like the black version of white supremacy.
No, but is
It's
it?
a hotep.
No, but okay, is it racist?
No, that's not true.
Is it? Hold on, but is it racist?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, it is
But
racist.
it's not. But
It's
to
not
me,
systematic.
To me, it's not systematic because that's just
Well, yeah, it's
one
not.
instance,
It's not.
and that doesn't represent all the black
You're right.
people in power.
You're right, but
So
you
that's
admit it's
why-
racist.
This
though.
actually, this hang
You're
on,
right.
hang on. This
From
actually
the
makes
way
my
that
point
you guys are gonna take it, I'm gonna just go ahead and give it to y'all. Yes.
But to push back to
hang
you,
on,
Andrew, real
I
quick.
just want to make sure. I get this right. If it's power plus prejudice, then you would need to show me what the average white man versus the average black man, how the average white man has more power than the average black man.
I mean,
would
honestly,
need to know how that's the
I
case.
did have
tell
my
you.
thread saved. I have my thread saved
Okay.
up, but y'all won't let me get my phone. So.
I could tell you, I would say this. The white man has the power of perception over the black man. In other words, if a person from random walk of life would see me walking down and see Andrew walking down, most of the time, even black people, they will assume higher of the white person
Exactly.
more than the black person. That's not your fault personally.
Well, that's not. Hang on. That's not power, though. You're alluding to.
I said power of perception.
Yeah, but
How people
you're
view
alluding
you.
to privilege. Then, if that's the case, then that would mean
That's
that
still some
women
type
are
of-
more
that's still an
powerful. Hang on,
advantage.
then that would mean that women were more powerful than men because they're perceived as being less threatening than men are.
That's
So
true.
If that's what
And
you're
I
utilizing
agree with
as a
that.
perspective of,
It's
if
true.
that's what you're utilizing as a perspective of power, then you would have to say that women actually have power over men, and so therefore.
I believe
I
we do,
agree, I
especially
agree.
when it
But they're
comes to being beautiful and having
But
pretty.
yeah, but they're not even allowing him to finish. They just basically just over talking.
Privilege, women do have a lot of power over men. You will see men
So
giving
I
all
just
their
wanna
money
make
to
sure-
women because they're
I need you to
beautiful.
actually listen to what I'm saying first before you respond, because I don't think you actually heard me.
Yeah, I don't think
want
so.
you to actually think about the entailment of this. If you're saying that the perception of being privileged in society equals power, then this would mean that women actually are oppressing men because they have the perception of privilege. Do you
Yeah.
agree with that?
No.
Okay, well then that's the entailment of your position, so it makes no sense.
I
So
just
then
feel
you
like
would have to-
race versus gender is like two separate, different oppressed groups.
No, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about power. Power is the delineating factor. So if it's power
But
plus
race
prejudice,
power
plus
and
prejudice
gender
equals
power is
racism.
two different things to me.
Yeah, but power plus prejudice is racism. I say how
Power
does the
plus
average white
prejudice is
person-
racism. I agree.
Hang on. Just stop for 10 seconds. Okay, I barely said a
Yeah,
word to you
she-
tonight. Just 10
Yeah, she's over talking a lot, man.
prejudice is racism. I say how
Power
does the
plus
average white
prejudice is
person-
racism. I agree.
Hang on. Just stop for 10 seconds. Okay, I barely said a word to you tonight. Just 10 seconds. That's all I'm
Not
asking.
true.
Okay? If it is the case that you say it takes power plus prejudice, that equals racism, and I ask you, okay, well then how is it the average white person, right, has more power than the average black person? You say, well, it's due to the power of perception, because white people are perceived as being less threatening than black people. If that's the case, why wouldn't we extend this also to the opposite sex and say, well, if you're perceived as being less of a threat, how is that not power for you?
That's true.
Yeah, that's it. Locked in. There you go.
I just feel like I see what you're trying to say, but I still think it's two completely different comparisons. Like, I don't think comparing race is the same to comparing gender, personally, especially as a black woman.
It's
not
not.
an argument. I know they're different.
It's just that's not what he's trying to say. God, he's just comparing the arguments based on what you're establishing as because of could be racist. Oh my God.
Things are different.
So I just can't. I can't see that. I can't see how you're trying to make that parallel for me. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
but anytime you make a comparison, if I was going to say, what does that fruit taste like? Right? I've never tasted it before. What would you compare it to? The same fruit or a different fruit?
a different fruit.
Right, different fruit. That's how you make comparisons. You make a comparison between one thing to another thing so that you can draw an analogy so that we can understand the point of view. But if the point of view is power plus prejudice, I'm willing to grant that viewpoint from your view. If that's the case, though, you need to also grant that viewpoint towards gender norms, because if it's just power equals being less threatening, then you have way more power than men.
As a black woman, no, I would not have more power than a white man. But
aren't you still less threatening than a black man?
No.
Perceived as less threatening.
Oh wait, is a black woman less threatening than a black man? Yes.
Perceived as
Yes, I
less
agree.
threatening. So then that
I mean that you have more power.
would be power.
It is
But
power.
she's saying it
There's
doesn't
power in being a
equate to the
woman.
white man,
You're
though.
more powerful than
If it doesn't equate to a white man, that means you guys are racist. That means you guys are racist. Straight up racist.
black man.
Huh?
So that black women are more powerful than black men.
No,
and
I'm
black
saying
women
when
also
we're
have privilege on par with white men because they're perceived as less threatening.
When we're talking about perception, I see where you're saying. Yes, I would say that the black woman is less. I would say that the black woman's perception is going to be viewed as more safer than the black man's perception. But
Just
when
like
we're
the white
comparing
man.
a black man to a white man, I do think
No, I'm not
that.
now. Now I'm comparing a black woman.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
If the black woman is perceived as being less threatening than a black man, and a white man is perceived as being less threatening than a black man, then aren't both of them in a privileged situation?
Yes. Wait.
Then-
The black woman and the white man,
So then
yeah.
why
The
can't
black woman
women be
is in a-
racist towards white men? I
Can
don't
you
get
repeat
it.
the last part? I'm sorry.
You're not listening.
Yeah, then I don't understand how it is
She's not listening. That's what you want. You need it to be repeated.
that white men can't be, or you can't be racist towards white men if the perception is that you're less dangerous and the perception of them is they're less dangerous. Why? Then you're on par with power.
Systematically speaking, I just don't believe that black people as a whole entire race can oppress white people. Like, I just don't think that's going to happen. That could ever happen because we were the ones who were slaves in shackles, and that is something that we still see, we still see negative effects of slavery to this day. And to me, I just feel like it doesn't compare. I see what you're trying to compare.
Just like
But yeah.
white men who were taken by Barbary pirates and were enslaved, and various.
But how has that
Irish-
affected y'all to
hang on,
this day?
various Irish
How has that
who were
affected
brought
y'all
over as
systematically to this day? Like,
Yes. Yeah, hang on. Listen, when you talk about systemic racism, the idea that because black people were imprisoned against their will, they were, okay, or indentured servitudes, they were that too. So were the Irish, so were the Italians, so were many white groups, okay? That would also bleed over necessarily. The whole idea of intersectionality that you're talking about is that we look at key group demographics to see who's the most oppressed based on what. The problem is you have to take that all the way. You can't just stop at one kind of like overview of oppression. You literally have to intersect every idea. In this case, then, we would have to do the same thing with gender. And if it is true that you think that white people themselves are just perceived as less threatening, therefore privileged, you would have to give that to yourself as well.
I do give that to women being perceived as less threatening.
So then you're more powerful.
She just don't think that power applies to when compared.
No, Eric, just have to let her, bro. Why? Now you're simping. Now you're making this about yourself. Like, you have to allow her to see. Look at how she's looking at you. Like, thank God, because you're taking this personal. You shouldn't. Now you should pull back, man.
Comparing black women to white men. She's saying that she agrees with that
Because
premise.
race
when
and
compared to
gender
black
are
women.
They
two
have that
completely
black
different
women don't.
things. Like, race and gender are two completely different things.
Nah.
Then
And
what power do white men have, the average white man, that a black woman doesn't?
Perception.
No.
but the
You're going to be
perception is the
viewed as
same.
more
They're both not
safe.
Perception is so subjective. You have to. You have to be specific.
You guys are gonna go to school more often. Y'all are gonna get the better high-paying jobs. You guys don't have to worry about who's gonna kill you, what cop is gonna kill you for the color of your skin. When you get pulled over, you don't have to worry about, oh, is this cop gonna take me to jail just because I'm black?
Wait, hold on, really quick on the whole police brutality thing. You do realize that there are more white men killed by police than
Because
there
there's
are.
more white
hold on,
men
stop.
in
You
the
gotta stop.
world.
No, hold on. We'll be here forever if you guys keep interrupting. So, okay. You do realize there are more white men, just white men, who are killed by police than there are women of all races combined. And the discrepancy between men and women, the killings there, is greater than the discrepancy that exists between white men and black men. So would this be evidence of the police force being sexist?
I didn't understand your question. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're talking about the discrepancy in police brutality and police misconduct and police killings. When it comes to police killings, right? You're doing a comparison game between white men and black men, or black people. However, this discrepancy is greater between white men. If you compare white men, the amount of police that kill white men, there are more white men that are killed by police than women of all races combined. This includes black women, Latino women, Asian women, and white women. And this difference between men and women is much greater than the difference of police killings strictly when comparing between white men and black men.
Oh, okay.
And also, just so you know, black women go to college more than white women do. So I don't know where, like, this idea, though, of power, when we're discussing power.
But what about the black men?
What I'm asking about.
What about the high school?
Hang on. Let us assume for a second that black men never go to college and only black women do, okay? One of your key points for why it was that you couldn't say that a black woman was as privileged as a white man is because a black woman has to worry about where they go to school. Well, the stats really don't show that. They show, in fact, the opposite. So black women enter college at a higher rate than white women, Hispanic and black men. So the thing is that what I'm really looking for here is I'm just looking for the average white guy. How is he more privileged than the average black woman? How?
How is the average white guy more privileged than the average black woman?
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Answer that.
Well, let her answer. Hang on.
I'll let him take it away.
No, see, there you go.
Let him take it away.
Yes.
Right, he's in a lot of ways, but you're not sure. The thing is like,
Let me think of
because
him while
if
he
it's
talks.
not the case, and then
Eric doesn't realize it, but his instinctive simp behavior, she knows it, right? She knows that he can save her. That's why she acts like that. And this was not good to take from Eric. Well, let me know what you guys say in the comment section below. I would love to hear you guys' opinion. I'll see you in the next one.